What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and I am precariously placed today. I have an issue with my charging cable, so I have to be turned sideways. I can't face my desk like I normally like to, but I have nothing in the air over here to place my stand on for my camera, so we're getting the side view today. We're talking about ZCX Unizen, and this one comes to us at the request of Oliver Campo. I'm pretty sure it's Oliver Campo. Let me double check that actually. Let's see here. Where are we at? Yes, Oliver Campo Spadea, I think, or Spadi, something like that. Anyways, looking at this, getting into it, we are, let's see here. We are, firmly entrenched in a downtrend. We have moved lower with lower highs and lower lows at a very firm pace. And now we hit a little stop here. We're moving sideways. We have a flattening base. I would expect, just from the look of this alone, that we probably do go lower, but there might be some other details in the charts that I'm missing. So let's dive into it and look at that. So from an overall, we're using the KuCoin chart, by the way, ZCX on USDT on KuCoin there. I feel comfortable using that. Anyways, we could be in a position where we do double bottom. This is double bottom territory. I want to say that first and foremost. You did, however, go up to the 382 and reject from there. Now you've rejected off the 236. That's generally not a good combination, in my opinion. But you are in double bottom territory. Let's be fair. Looking at this thing on a weekly basis, looking at the RSI, you are oversold right now. You are. Let's see. I think you have. Yeah, you have bullish divergence to some degree, right? You've got a low here, higher low there, and you've got a low here in price and a lower low in price. That would spell good things, but it's kind of unconventional. This is pretty far out. You do have lows in between. I don't know if this is bullish divergence. I mean, to some degree it is, but all this has to do is continue to go lower, get this RSI to go below this low here, and then that just negates that. Or you could even go lower and you could find, maybe not bullish divergence, but a double bottom in your RSI, and that could be the area you bounce. Although if we do form a double bottom, you probably will take this low out. And where could you go from there? From this low to this high here, we're looking at the extensions. You could go to about 2.227 cents. 2.22, yeah, something like that. That would be your first extension, if not potentially even down to about 1.146. That's the area that I would look for. Probably more likely this 1272 at 2.227 cents. But you could even go lower than that. You absolutely could go lower than that. This thing is having a hell of a time. It's a very weak RSI on the weekly. You rejected the 50. You've been below the 50 basically your whole life, and just not showing any strength to the upside, man. You get up there and you just give it back very quickly, and that's not encouraging at all. But let's look at this thing on a daily and see if we can come up with a different narrative. You do have bullish divergence forming right now. It's not confirmed, but it is forming. Yeah. You got a nice higher low here. I mean, to some degree it's not, but it's kind of like a double bottom too in a sense, right? And after this big move, I mean, you got a lot of volume today and you did not pursue prices lower, which is kind of encouraging. Maybe you do go up from here. Maybe it has found a bottom. Maybe you are in double bottom territory. The daily, I got to say, does give me a little bit more hope. However, the RSI on the daily is also weak. What you want to do is get above this 50, man. You want to get above this 50 and you want to get above this zone here, above about like 5.75 cents. If you can get above there, I will have some more restored faith in this thing. But at the moment, let's just see here. From maybe it'd be better to measure it from like this top to this low here. Yeah, man, at that point, if you got up to the 618, you'd be breaking out of this. That'd be nice. Let's see. Maybe there's a little bit of more respect. I don't know. You just formed your low, so it's going to be hard to say. Maybe that is the fib to use. I don't know. All in all, this would be the high, really, that you'd want to break up at about, what is that? That's at 0.7, or that's at 7.777 cents, so $0.0777. And that is quite a ways away from here, but it's not too dramatic. It definitely could do this. Let's see. On a 4-hour maybe. I don't know, man. I kind of like the look of it. On the smaller time frames, I got to say it does look better. You've got some bullish divergence on the 4-hour. Maybe, at the worst, you're going to see some upside after this little downside. You're going to see a little bit of a reprieve. Go up, test this previous area of support, confirm it as resistance, maybe move up to 5.2 cents, which from the current price would be a move that takes you up at least, let's see, that would take you up around at least like 14-15%. That'd be a nice little trade to snag. especially if you can go long in this thing. I don't know if you can, but even if you can't go long on this thing, I mean, 15%, 14%, that's not bad from the current price, you know. You could go higher than that, but that might be the tipping point right there. I don't know. I might personally, if I was to like day trade this thing, I'd probably want to sell around like 5.05 cents. Take a 10% gain or something like that. What would that be? Or a little bit like a 12% gain, something like that. It could go higher though, man. You really could have found your low here. Volume is dying off as you're going lower. This really could have been your low, actually. You could, however, move sideways, move up for like the next couple days, give this RSI a break to the downside, come back up to about the 50, and then pursue lower prices in the RSI, or pursue lower readings in the RSI and lower prices overall. Maybe you even pursue higher readings in the RSI, but still get those lower prices, form some kind of further bullish divergence. You know, it's hard to say if this move down is over yet. My instinct, my gut would say that it is not, though it does look better on the shorter term time frames than it does on the longer term time frames. Let's look at the 1 hour. 1 hour looks weak, man. 1 hour looks weak. You might, I don't know. The 1 hour does kind of look weak. Maybe you go down a little bit, whatever. You bounce off the oversold zone and then you make a move up. I don't know. Hard to say. It really is hard to say. My gut, my instincts, my opinion on the matter would be that, you know, based off the TA, I'm not convinced that this is the low. I think that you could go lower. You absolutely could go lower. Let's see here. Where are we on the low here? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if you went around like 4 cents. Right around this 1618, maybe even to the 1886, or maybe even again to that original place that I was talking about, the 1272, which is right around what? That's like 2.22 cents, 2.227 cents, right? Or am I wrong? I might be wrong. Let's see. No, yeah, 2.227. That's where it is. You could go that low. However, there is hope. Let's see. There's this. It's hard to say, man. Yeah, I mean, you really could form a double bottom. This 1272 is right there at the all-time low. You really could form a double bottom. I don't know. One way or another, though, I do think you go lower in the relatively short time frames, maybe in the immediate time frames, like the next day, over the weekend, something like that. You know, for the next like few days, you go up or you move sideways, but it probably won't be that much. Not even like greater than a 20% move. Probably less than a 16% move even from the current price. But all in all, I think lower. Let's see how it reacts down there. If this thing does want to come up, if it wants to have a good day, a good life, and prosperity for everybody, you would want to see this thing go up. Let's see here from this. If I can just get it on the right price targets. Let's see. You'd want to see this thing come up to the 618 and have a positive reaction with it. That's at about 96 cents. I do think that that's possible. Whether or not new all-time highs are possible, I don't know. I don't know too much about this thing, and it's, you know, from what I do remember. Let's see here, CoinGecko, ZCX, right? Not ZXC, ZCX, Unizen. Yeah, it's a very low cap coin. There is, you know, with low cap coins on the bright side, there is great potential to see some phenomenal gains. So this thing breaking its all-time high wouldn't be too crazy, because breaking its all-time high would give it only a I say only that. That would be a 157x, 157.5x to break its all-time high. And that would give it a market cap of about $1 billion, almost $2 billion, something like that. So that is an achievable market cap for most cryptos. But will it do that? I don't know. Will it do that? I don't know. The price itself is in this like kind of, it looks like a descending triangle, and something like that would make, you know, you'd measure it like this from low to high. I mean, maybe from the base. Let's be a little conservative with this drop here. From low to high, and then at the point of the break, you would see, and that would be actually the point of the break would be like right, where would that be? Let's just say like right there. That'd give you a price of like 1.1 cents. That's very low in my opinion. I don't know if you actually see that, but overall, this bottoming, I mean, look at that. 1.1 cents is actually where the 1618 is. So that does kind of line up with this 1618 from the low here to the high. Maybe you are making your way down there. That's literally to a T, man, right down there. I don't like to see confluence like that whenever things agree like that. That kind of makes me a little bit skeptical. So my closing thoughts would be, man, hope for a double bottom. Hope for a double bottom. If you get a double bottom, you know, break out of this range, get above, close above about 1.66 cents. Actually, you'd want to close above, let's be literal here, sorry, not 1.66 cents, I'm sorry. You'd want to close above 16.02 cents. That's where you'd want to close above on a weekly basis. If you can do that, then you likely will make strides to your 618, your macro 618, which would take you all the way up to about 96 cents if I remember. And if you have a positive reaction with that, you definitely could see extensions, man. You could see a multi-100x from the current prices. But before then, again, this price all the way down at 1.1 cents, a 75% drop from here, it is definitely still possible. And to a certain degree, it might even be likely, man. This is a very bad looking chart. Very weak looking RSI on the weekly. Weak looking RSI on the daily. It's more hopeful than the weekly, but still weak. You want to start showing strength now. If you were to show strength at any point in time, you want to do it relatively soon. You don't want to go, if you go below this low here, odds are you're probably going to go down quite a ways, you know, at least to 2.227 cents, at least there, if not down to about 1 cent. So hope for the best. You know, maybe it does find a low around here, does double bottom, and then goes up. But there's no volume coming in, man. That has me a little bit worried too. I mean, to a certain degree there is, right? But not really, man. Most of the volume came down here, and that happened whenever you broke down, when you broke this kind of flat base that you were forming. I don't know, man. It doesn't look good. If I have to be honest, it doesn't look good. I don't remember what I said in my first video, but I'm sure it was something like that. So anyways, if you guys liked the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. My opinion of this thing is you know, if it goes up or sideways at all over the next few days, I don't think that this is the end of the move. I do think that it continues. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'd be happy to be wrong, because I know some people are holding it, and you know, I would rather be wrong and you guys make money than me be right and you guys lose money. But I'm just being true with my opinion here and honest with myself and with you guys. I do think it looks like it wants to go lower. You are in a very, look at that, man. Your RSI on the daily even, actually. You've got lower highs. You've got a flat base here. You could have a very big move right now to the downside. It is possible. If you break through these lows in the RSI, man, you're gonna see a lot bigger of a move than what you saw yesterday. That's for sure. And yesterday was a 10% move. Yeah, that's nothing. This thing could move 20+% over the coming week to weeks. That's definitely possible. So very much, if I was in this coin ZCX, I would want to have this double bottom hold true. It can go slightly lower. That's okay, but you want to get a positive reaction after that, because if you go too much lower, man, it's going to be very bad. You know, to the tune of anything from, like, let's see, how far of a drop would that be to 227? That'd be about anything from like a 50% to a 75% drop, man, which would not be good. So anyways, take care, everybody. Have a good day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.